Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Antonio, back with another video for you guys this morning. Just checking in really quick. It is the weekend. Hopefully everybody is enjoying their time off, right? Being healthy, manifesting properly in a safe way. Keep the energy going. Rest up when you can. And, just keep moving forward with your goals and things like that. So I kind of wanted to talk about a few different things today. Probably gonna try to make this video short, so it won't be a whole lot of different things. So I want to talk about your options, your choices, the decisions that you make, and how they help shape your life. They help you manifest the things that you want and don't want in life. Everything around you is a choice. Everything around you is a sort of an option, or the perception is that we always have choices and options with each other. I can kind of debate the best of them on that whole idea of us always having options. The Igbo slaves, they did, they were shipped from West and North Africa to the United States. And this was in 1803. So this was back before 1804. This is before the Haitian Revolution through the French and the British government off of the Haitian island. This is back when the Igbos were taken, and there's Orisha, there's Igbo, there's all different types of African spiritual religions and things like that. Igbo is just one of the most popular ones. It was one of the strongest spiritualities, with the ancestors and all that stuff. But yeah, man, they were shipped as soon as they got to Florida, or as soon as they got to Georgia. They killed the ship captains. They killed the slave masters. The only thing was they felt so far away from home and so cut off from the connection of spirit. Although they were great adventurers and warriors and things like that, after they killed the slave masters, they didn't want to stay here in America. They didn't want to stay in Florida and Georgia. They killed themselves. You think it's strange that slaves were jumping off of slave ships? Of course, some of them were thrown off, but you think it's weird that some slaves were actually jumping off of the slave ships because they didn't want to deal with that stuff. You taking me from my home, you trying to detach me from my religion and my spirituality and things like that. You breaking my family. I was like, what else do I have to live for? I'd rather sacrifice myself and my spirit to give my brothers and sisters, so that they don't have to see me suffer or see us suffer like this. But yeah, man, they got to Florida. They got to the Georgia borders after killing the slave masters. I keep saying it over and over. Sorry if it sounds too graphic, but yeah, they killed them and they turned right around in the sand and walked right back into the ocean. Some of them could swim, some of them couldn't swim. But the whole point is like, I'd rather drown, I'd rather commit suicide than be tortured, be corrupted, have you detached me from the life that I've always known across the world. These things happen. So, I didn't really get into the whole choice aspect part of it, but that's a quick storytelling for, the people in my community, African Americans and things like that, really anyone in around the Black diaspora. Your spirit comes from within you. Your power comes from within you. There's great power in black holes. Starting to learn that wearing a lot. I mean, this is something that I always knew. It was always, why am I outside wearing black on a hot sunny day? But yeah, wearing black, man, just like black holes taking a lot of energy, wearing black attracts a lot of things to you if you know how to use it. And in the proper context. It can also reflect things away from you if you use it in the proper context. Again, witches used to black mud. I mean, mud is black, right? How many different color muds do we have? But yeah, witches and the original man and spiritual practitioners and cultists and things like that, they used to actually rub black mud under their fingernails so that they can sort of, in a ways, turn invisible. You think about homeless and bummy people that, regular people in a normal society don't even pay attention to, or act like they don't even look their way. I mean, aren't bums dirty? I mean, they have no choice, but again, it's a certain spirituality and practicality to these certain things that we do, the options that we exercise, the choices that we make. It is indeed a choice. Before you were even born and before you even came down to this planet, you made a conscious choice and decision. Remember, I spoke about memory, and your DNA and your bloodline memory is encoded in your cells. It's encoded in your blood. It's just, we are bogged down so much by the 3D, by the things that we eat, by the vaccinations that we allow the government to inject into us. When we die, we don't get cremated or get buried in a proper context. We're filled with embalming fluid, which is one of the tools that they use to cut off the memory in your soul when you're trying to reincarnate. But it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot to think about. Yeah, I haven't been on in a minute, man. I was recharging. Got to take the time to recharge a little bit. Get your energy back up to par. I think I did some reads earlier this week. I'm going to get some reads for the upcoming week done this weekend. And that's a conscious choice. You get up in the morning, you thank your ancestors and the people that came before you for all the things that you have to be thankful for. The whole purpose of spirituality and things like that and religion is to better yourself. It's not to beg for things. When I do my candle rituals, it's not all about asking for something. If I'm doing a love ritual, it's not about asking for a girlfriend or asking for a husband or a wife. I'm asking to also help fill myself with self-love, help me realize, opportunities for me to grow within myself and the people around me. When I'm doing money rituals, I'm not necessarily asking for money all the time, or rarely that often. I'm burning money, really. It's a remembrance. Again, it's not really magic. You're reminding yourself, and you're reminding the ones that came before you, that you're not going to let money or the materialistic things have an addictive stranglehold over your bodies. So I'm going to burn dollar bills in front of people to show them that I don't care about money. It's not that serious. I've done it before. I've done it at 34 and I've done it at 24. Like, this isn't anything new. It's not strange to burn money. And I thank my ancestors for, providing me with the money to burn, resources that I already have. It's like, I hate to take it in a different way because we're not in that context, but there's different parts of the world where, I wouldn't be able to live like this. So, everything is a choice and an option. You chose your family, you chose your parents, you chose your friends. Again, your life is kind of written out for you in a strange sort of way. It's a threaded fate. But if you've ever watched the Disney movie Hercules, or anything about spirituality, these energies can be mixed, matched, mended, bind, or bound. We just have to do it in the proper context. Again, we have to remember that animal sacrifice or flesh sacrifice was originally one of the things that men had to do to repent and to purify themselves when they were getting in trouble. Wagwan, wagwan. Yeah. It was, and it's not a whole thing of, let's just slaughter a bunch of animals and let's just eat meat because we're carnivores. No, the whole purpose of slaughtering a animal through blood sacrifice, or whether it's a person, because remember, they used to sacrifice 12-year-old, 13-year-old virgin girls to freaking their gods. They used to throw them into volcanoes and things like that. These are true things. You know, I mean, I can complain about white supremacy, but they got all their ploys and their tactics from us. Really, to be honest, and they corrupted most of them. But yeah, we actually did these things, you know, blood sacrifices and things like that. The whole point of a blood sacrifice is to stop you from doing bad things, because when you kill a person or you kill an animal, you feel bad about it. So stop sinning, and you don't have to keep killing animals and killing people to wash away your sins. And that's what they did 2,000 years ago. All you have to do was go to church and pray on a Sunday morning and say, I accept whatever, you know, the whole religion thing, that whole doctrine. So, you know, again, I didn't need a Bible. Again, choice. I didn't need a Bible to tell me that killing my mom, I didn't kill my mom, and I hate saying it like that, but you have to put it bluntly. I didn't need a Bible to tell me the difference between right and wrong. I didn't need a Bible to tell me that it's wrong to kill people. You give me 10 rules. It's been 2,000 years and you give me 10 rules. 10 basic ABC rules. Come on now. Stop playing. But yeah, everything is about choice, man. You wonder why you would choose these difficult situations for yourself. It's because your past life, you've experienced things. You know, you don't want to be bored. It's time to see, your soul is, or your higher self is way past of what you're thinking now on this planet. Your soul wants to experience new things. And so, you know, we try to experience things on different planes. Spirituality is very interesting, man. It's gonna be a very long age of, you know, right now we can't even imagine people flying, but give us 1,000 years, maybe even less than that, people are gonna be around here flying and moving things with their minds. All types of interesting things, and it's all choices, man. It's all the systems of choice. Who were your parents that you chose to be born under, that's going to be able to teach you the things that you need to learn? So by the time that you're ready to go out in the world and experiment and do things yourself, you know, you have that wherewithal, you know. Some people are born as women in their past lives, even though they're a male in this life. They kind of still remember a little bit of that energy, you know. Some women are born men in their past lives, and they're still able to carry over that energy. Energy is memory. It's just that we don't have access to that memory. Try to think back to the oldest memory you had at the youngest age you had. We make conscious and subconscious choices and decisions to lock away certain memories or lock away certain experiences, you know, to categorize them. You know, there was a movie, Dreamcatcher, where the alien monster or whatever would get inside there. Like, they had libraries inside their heads where they cataloged all their thoughts, but the spirit or the monster or whatever was able to infiltrate all 5 of the friends' dreams and start to influence their thoughts and their minds and things like that. Just a random one-off. I don't know why I even talked about that. But yeah, man, just try to think about the options and the choices that you have, man. There's 1,000,001 things going on around you. What can you control? Again, you're choosing your life, your friends every day. I mean, your soul tried to choose the highest good for you before you came here, to show you that having a crappy mom or a crappy dad is not all it's cracked up to be. You know, parents are, you know, our parents. You know, when we're 1 or 2 years old, we look at them like giants, and then by the time we're 30 years old, we're looking at them like, we're looking at them like, I need to reevaluate. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm about to end this video out and end this visionary stream of consciousness on choice, on options, you know. Try some writing, automatic writing. Man, clairaudience has been kicking my ass. So, man, I actually tried to practice last night where I felt like I had muscles inside my ears, like seriously. Like I could have probably heard a pin drop from Japan last night. But yeah, you know, unconsciously, a lot of my gifts, they bleed out into the world. So consciously now, I have to learn how to control them and manifest them properly in a safe way. So yeah, I'm working on my clairaudience. Um, I'm not sure if you can really work on it, but yeah, I'm working on these things. My clairvoyance, my clairaudience, claircognizance, just knowing things randomly. Um, it's a burden, Sometimes you hear or you think or you see things that yeah, that you really don't have any control over. It's very polarizing sometimes, especially when you're dealing with mediumship and you're able to hear the dead and speak to the dead. Very interesting things, but again, I've crossed that precipice of life and death more than once or twice, more than 3 times. I could probably count on both my hands and feet how many times um, I've almost died on this earth plane or been assassinated or whatever the case may be. And that's just a part of my life path, man. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. the more I keep going through all of these hardships and all these things, I'm able to pull the good things out of it and pass it down to my children, so that my children can have an idea of who their father is while they were younger. Man. But anyways, have a good day. Hopefully you guys be safe. Catch you on the next one.